Hey, there we are. We're live. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. I'm using OBS Studio instead of regular OBS because it seems to work better with PC games. Guys, I'm so excited for this stream. I've got Civ 6 open. I've got a Samuel Adams cracked, ready to go. Civ 6, it's here. I've been playing a whole bunch of it already. It's really good. I'm going to get started. We're going to take it slow. We're going to play on like the normal difficulty because I know a lot of you guys aren't that familiar with Civ, and so there's no reason to like overwhelm you more than necessary. Godfrey and Sadra are also not here. It's past their bedtime. I had to put them to bed already, but they will be back during the next Wednesday stream. But enough chat. Let's get into single player. Let me know how the volume is, guys. I'm going to have to pull you guys up. I got my phone out for chat, so it's not ideal. It's going to be a little bit harder to follow you guys than it normally is. Also, I need to plug my headphones in because you're going to be getting an echo. There we go. The awkwardness of stream beginnings. I'll never get over it. Okay. Headphones on. So that's why you guys weren't getting game audio before, is because I was like on the dashboard. So give me just 1 second here. Let me mute my phone. Alright. There we go. I've got you guys right next to me. This is so cozy. Alright, here we go. So I was thinking about which Civ to be, and I thought I could let you guys vote. That would be fun, but I kind of want to play America. I don't know why. It just seems... I like Teddy Roosevelt. It seems like a good way to christen our first Civilization stream. I don't know. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Teddy Roosevelt. I'm going to play on Prince, which is the normal difficulty. And it's also the one I'm most familiar with. In the early access, that was all the difficulty that you could pick. That didn't make any sense. That was the only difficulty you could pick. But it obviously, there are a ton of options. Prince is kind of just in the middle. We're going to do a quick game speed. I tend to like it when it's quick, faster, all that stuff. Continents, you know, pretty normal. And we're going to do small game. Let's get started. Let's hear Sean Bean.
Beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stonehenge, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. And so it is upon your broad shoulders, Theodore Roosevelt, to charge forth and lead your people on their great adventure. Use your military might to give the peoples of your homeland the square deal they so desperately deserve. Surely, you will raise America into the limelight and attract visitors from across the oceans just to see your lands. Bully for you, Mr. President.
Bully for you, Sean Bean. What a great narrator. I wish Sean Bean was my dad. No offense to my actual dad, who was a wonderful human being, but Ned Stark, man. Okay, so as with any Civ game, analyzing your starting area is really good, and I was worried that we were going to get a shitty first starting area, and I'd have to like restart because it would be so bad. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So we've got stone right next to us, 2 sources of wheat, which will help us grow. Stone will help our production. And then we have 2 luxury resources, which is nice, silk and cocoa. And that'll raise the, it's called amenity in this game, but essentially it will make our citizens happier, which is good. So I think we can just we don't have to move our settler at all. We can just found the city right here. The most important thing, and the thing I want to explain, I know a lot of you are already familiar with it, but for those who aren't, where you settle is very, very, very important. If you settle next to a fresh source of water, like a river, you get +3 housing. And housing sort of determines the maximum that you can grow to. So you can only keep growing your city for the amount of housing that you have available. The more people that you have in your city, the more housing that you need. And so when you settle a city, you want as much housing as possible. Settling next to a fresh source of water gives you bonus housing, which you want. So you can see here, if we turn on the settler lens, this is green. which means we get the bonus housing. If we were to settle over here, we wouldn't get as much, and that sort of thing. So, not the best explanation, but I think good enough that you kind of understand what I'm saying. All right, so we have our city. Whenever America settles its first city, it is Washington, which is appropriate. And we're also going to start exploring. Warriors can move 2 tiles, and like crossing a river or going up a hill takes 2 points of movement, so we can't actually move very far. Let's go north, though. I want to see what's north. We're looking for goodie huts, essentially these tribal villages that'll give us bonuses, which you really, really want. Ben, please refer to Teddy Roosevelt as TR. Whatever city gets the wheat needs to be named Lars. Okay. I don't know if you can actually rename cities in Civ 6. I've never tried to. I don't think you can. I'm not 100% on that. Don't take my word, but I don't know if we can rename cities. All right, so we're going to choose the first thing to produce here. Scout is the obvious choice because we, like, in the early game, it's so important to do 2 things. It's important, 3 things. It's important to meet city-states, which we'll explain when we get there. It's important to find tribal villages because they give you bonuses. That's very simple. It's important to meet other civilizations so you know where they are. You can begin diplomacy, all that sort of stuff. So we're going to have a scout be our first thing that we do. We also need to choose something to research. The more things you research, the more capable your civilization is. So if we choose mining, for example, we can mine this stone and make our city more productive, which is good. I really want to get jamming on this wheat, though. And in order to do that, I need pottery. So it allows me to harvest wheat and rice. And if you look at it, I don't know why I didn't have this on the beginning. I need to turn on yield. How do I do that? Oh, also we want to emphasize our city. We want it to grow production and food. And if we look in the helpful Civilopedia, wheat. I'm totally blanking out, and just because I had it on automatically, I turned it on right away in my early access copy. I don't remember how to turn on the yield view, which is really frustrating, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So wheat automatically, if it's within our city's like borders, we get +1 food, which helps us grow. If we get the pottery tech and we research it, we can build a farm, which gives us 25 food, which is a lot. We want that. We want that real bad. Well, bam. Yeah, wheat. We're prioritizing wheat. We found it. We were looking for it in Dragon Quest Builders, and now we finally found it. Bottom left, the other button. Map options. Shield yield icons. Thank you. Oh, this is so much better. I don't know why this just isn't turned on automatically. Who said that? Thank you, Caster707. They should just turn this on automatically. It's so important. So you can see with the yield icons on exactly what each tile gives you. And so the wheat, 2 food, 1 production, that sort of thing. Let's see. Let's check and make sure our citizen is doing the right thing. He is. We also have horses, which is very important. I don't know how I missed that. But, yeah, a 3 food, 1 production tile in the start is very, very good. We're happy about that. Hopefully we find a natural wonder as well. Hopefully we find all the good things. If you have any questions, or I'm running through things too quickly, or I'm speaking too fast, or whatever, let me know, and I will adjust. I want everybody to experience the magic of Civ. So what makes this different from Civ 5? We'll get there. So the way I like to describe Civ 6, and I've heard other people describe it this way, and I think it's really accurate, is Civ 6 is Civ 5. It takes that base, and it doesn't have a lot of changes. Like, it's not a ridiculous amount of changes. The core foundation of Civ 5 is still there, but the things that they did change have a huge effect. And in 7 turns, we'll talk about the Civics tree, which is one of the bigger ones.
Our city-state neighbors have made a request of us.
This is really important. So city-states, in Civ 5, the way you handled city-states is you just sort of threw gold at them and they did things for you. That's oversimplifying it, but it's kind of true. In Civ 6, meeting a city-state first is super, super, super important. So if you meet a city-state first, we'll go into the city-state screen here, you get an envoy with them. And each city-state, depending on its type, and they're color-coded, has a different effect. So this is a yellow city-state, which means it has an economic effect. And because we met it first, we get a free envoy. And we get bonuses earned depending on how many envoys we have in the city-state. So we have one envoy, which means we get +4 gold in the capital. Gold is way less important than like science and culture and food and stuff, but it's still nice. It's still good. I'm still happy we met them first. If we have 3 envoys, we'll sort of have a dominant influence over that city-state, and we'll get a bunch more things, which would be nice. So it's good that we met them first. We're getting some gold. If we want to earn another envoy, we can complete a quest for him, which is triggering the Eureka for a wheel, which we can explain Eureka's in just a second, but the wheel is not a hard Eureka to get. You have to build a watermill, which we're getting from pottery. So that probably didn't make any sense, but we'll get there. Hey, Bradley Ellis in chat. I like it. Brad, please play Civ with me. There's some more silk up here. I think we're just going to keep exploring north. Hopefully we find a goodie hut. It's something I'm not amazing at in Civ. Like, knowing where to explore is kind of tricky. Like, there's some general tips you want to follow, but I think it just takes a lot of playing to get a feel for it. Alright, so the advisor is kind of annoying me. I think we might turn off the advisor. Yeah, let's turn off the advisor. We don't need you. Sorry. Alright, so we can do several important things here. We can build a monument, which monuments are very, very good because they give you bonus culture. We're only earning 1.7 culture right now, which I'll explain culture in a second. But essentially, monument is an early building you can get, gives you culture, very, very good. But because we have wheat and cocoa and stone all around us, I think building a builder here might be really good. You could also do a second scout, but I don't think we're playing on Prince. I don't think we need to play that aggressively. So I think we'll go for a builder. They can help our city grow. And we're going to have him explore off to the east here. No GTX 1080, Ben, please. Yeah, I am going to upgrade my graphics card probably next year. I'm hoping like spring of next year I'll upgrade my 980, which is more than sufficient. I'm just being totally greedy, but now that I have a pretty solid PC, I just want it to be as powerful as possible. PC gaming, man. It is my favorite place to play the video games. Okay, so there's an oasis. Man, we've got a lot of luxury resources around us. This is a must-be-nice start location. We also have some desert. We're not on desert, which is good, but we have desert nearby, which can be useful because a wonder like a pyramid can only be built on a desert tile. Another field, yeah.
Never wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune.
We're going to listen to all of Sean Bean's words very closely because they just feel like they have such weight to them. Some of the things he says are really ridiculous, and some of the quotes are pulled from kind of humorous places. It's kind of later on in the tech tree, so I'm not sure if we'll get there tonight, but Sean Bean, both formidable and funny. Okay, so we have 2 population now. Something you want to do is you always want to make sure your units are working the right tiles. And they are. This is such a good tile. We get 3 gold, 1 production, 2 food from it. So we want to lock that in. And this 3 food, 1 production we also want to lock in. So they're working the right tiles. We're going to keep them there so they don't move around. Because otherwise the AI will just kind of move things around for you. And that can be okay, but sometimes it's bad. We're going to want mining next. Like I said, get that production up. If you look in the Civ Lopedia, it's so good. Everything you want is here. It's so easy to search through things. We get plus 25 production if we build that core, and we're only getting 1 production from it naturally, so it's worth doing. Yeah. I normally play very, very, very passively in Civ games. I tend to, like, I'm the kind of player that just wants to build things. Like, I just want to burn through the tech tree and launch things into space. That's just who I am as a human being. And I don't play very aggressively. I don't like to start wars. I don't like to take over cities. But I think it's more fun to stream that way. And it would be good for me to try to learn that. So, okay, so as you do things in the game, certain actions will trigger either inspiration for culture or eurekas for science that will progress something, a thing that you need. It will boost it forward, and it's a 50% boost. And so it's so nice. You want to do it as often as you can. And so we just did it for foreign trade, which allows us to build trade routes, which is very important for a ton of reasons. Oh, there's so much stuff in Civ to talk about. And we got this, discover a second continent. And it's a little bit confusing. I think when you think of a continent, you think of like land masses being divided, or at least I kind of do for whatever reason. But yeah, so there's a second continent down here. This is the white continent, is the continent that we're on. We're in America, and then the purple down here is Asian America. That's what we discovered. Something unique to the American Civ is they have a bonus when fighting on their own continent. So if we get into skirmishes with barbarians or other civilizations, anywhere on the white, we'll get a pretty substantial bonus. We'll be stronger. And so we want to try to do that as much as we can. But if we're going to play aggressively, it may not be very possible. And also, we found a goody hut. They're called, the community calls them goody huts, but they're known as tribal villages in Civ 6. We found a tribal village down here. We really, really want that. It's going to give us a huge bonus. Unfortunately, we can't make it there on this turn because this... Yeah, we just can't make it there on this turn. The game is telling us we can't make it there on this turn, but we'll get there next turn. Did we already move the warrior? We did. Okay. Next turn. Sounds like America. Yeah, I think they actually did a really good job with kind of drilling into what makes each civilization cool. And I think the bonuses for each civilization in Civ 6 are much more distinct and powerful than they were in Civ 5. And that's something I really like. I mean, part of the joy of Civ is taking something like Russia or Sweden or France or whatever and like having fun with them and identifying with them specifically. And so it's cool that they feel more powerful. All right, so we are the first one to meet this city-state as well, which is awesome. We get an envoy for free, and this is really good. This is amazing, actually. This is a really good one to find because now we're generating faith. So much like culture and production and gold and science, faith is sort of another resource that you can accumulate over time. And what faith does is it allows us to, as we build it up, it allows us to found a pantheon and then eventually a religion, which will give us bonuses that will last the rest of the game. And if we wanted to, we could name the religion like Easy Allies and just go for a religious victory by spreading our religion all over the place. So that's good. What's their quest? We should look at that. Send a trade route. Okay, that's good. That's very, very doable. It might not be the best choice, but it's doable. All right, let's see what this goody hat gives us. So goody hats, like when they're good, they boost you so far ahead, and when they're bad, it's disappointing. Okay, so we were granted a recon unit. Not the greatest thing, but like a really good one. So this just essentially gives us a free unit, which I'm kind of exploring off to the southeast here with this scout unit. I'll have this guy go to the southwest, and we'll just cover more ground, which is good. I don't want to send my warrior too far out. In fact, I've probably like reached the limits of where I'm going to send him because we don't have anything defending our capital right now. So if a barbarian scout comes, we don't have any way to stop them or a good way of stopping them, or if we find a barbarian camp or whatever, we're in trouble. So we're probably going to bring our warrior back and have the scouts do most of the exploration because they're garbage at fighting. We found another goody hut. Yeah, all right, sweet. Another goody hut. That's very good. The Kyle we're out to winning is turning off the stream after 2 minutes. That's totally true. In the Easy Allies religion, the faithful need to devote Sundays to playing a Persona game in honor of Pope Ben. I like that. Something else that is cool about city-states is if you become... I always mispronounce this word. I feel like a dumbass every time I mispronounce it, but yeah. So if you're a suzerain, you're a suzerain of a city-state, you can levy their military, which means for a period of time, all military units that they have, you have under your control, and so you can use those for invasions or whatever, and that's great. Their military units are usually garbage, but it can, especially if you're playing the AI, it can distract them and just kind of give you an edge that you otherwise wouldn't have. So it's useful. I need them to move out of the way. We're going to move one tile at a time because I don't want to accidentally like run into a barbarian and kill my scout, which I have done before. So, she's awesome. She's Gorgo. And she was just announced like pretty recently. And what's cool, something they're doing in Civ 6, and it also helps out the modding community, is there are two Greek rulers in Civ 6, and she's one of them. And so the first Greek ruler, Pericles, is kind of more about culture and diplomacy. She's very aggressive. She's, Sparta. She's going to kick your ass, which is cool. And so she gets like the same unique units, but there's a little bit of a twist to her that's different from Pericles. And I don't remember exactly what it is. I think it's if you kill enemy units, you get culture, which is very powerful. So I like to play nice with the other civs, at least at the beginning. So I'm going to say it's an honor to meet you. And of course, I would love to sample your hospitality. Wait, did we meet another city-state? Ooh, this is really good. So we've boosted both political philosophy and writing. Political philosophy, once we research it or whatever, we get a government. So we can be a powerful autocracy, an oligarchy, or classical republic. And that kind of skews our Civ in a certain way and gives us really powerful bonuses. So we want that as soon as possible. We met 3 city-states. What was the third city-state that we met? Oh, cool. Kabul. Okay, so they're really, really good because they're red, which means they're a military city-state. We were not the first to meet them, which is a huge bummer, because if we were the first to meet them, we would get bonus production in the capital. And so we don't have any envoys there, so we're not getting any bonuses. It looks like Greece found them first. Bit of a bummer. We would want that one like more than the other two, but it's fine. Production is so important early on. I mean, it's always important, but especially early on. Okay. Next turn. Government hype indeed, dude. Governments. I love them.
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
I love that Sean Bean, he had to read so many of these things, and he never phones it in. He always treats every little quote like a life or death situation. I think that's cool. All right, cool. So now, because we got the first Civic, we can do policies, and we have a shitty chiefdom government right now. But policies give us boosts, and some of those boosts are very powerful. We haven't encountered any barbarians yet. Normally I would pick discipline, which gives us a bonus against barbarians, but there are no barbarians around us, at least right now. They might spawn, but right now we don't have any barbarians. And so I think I'm going to get some more experience from my scouts, because I have 2 of them, and some of those promotions that you can get are pretty nice. We're already generating faith, and I don't really need gold, and so I think I'm going to do urban planning for the production. If I didn't, I might think about it so we could get that pantheon faster, but yeah, going to focus on production. I'm not saying any of the decisions I'm making are correct, so if you disagree with something, let me know, but, we're just trying our best here. Alright. So normally I would do craftsmanship here because it gives us bonus production to builders, which is good, and military units, but we boosted foreign trade. And see, look at this. If we hadn't boosted foreign trade, it would take 14 turns, which is a really long time, because we don't have a lot of culture right now to complete. But because we boosted foreign trade, it only takes 7 turns, which is a lot, but is not that bad. And we get trade routes, and we get joint wars and policies and all that good stuff. So I think we're going to do that instead because of the boost. And that's why boosts are so cool, is you don't, depending on your start, you don't know how easily you're going to be able to boost things, and so it kind of makes you pivot more quickly. That's what I like about Civ 6, is I think there are so many little wrinkles that make you respond to what's going on more than Civ 5 did. I think it's really cool. But yeah. Awesome. So that's great. So because of that goody hut, we boosted mysticism, which is really powerful as well. If we look at mysticism in the tree, it allows us to start generating great person points, which is good. And it allows us to build our first wonder, which is good. So, good stuff. All right. I used to play a little Age of Empires. Age of Empires is awesome. I'm so sad that that series is, I'm going to say dead, even though it's probably not technically true. Yeah, Age of Empires is great. I didn't play a lot of 3. I need to revisit 3, but I played a crap ton of 2 and loved it and the expansion a lot. Good stuff. More Age of Empires. I also bought the HD remake, which I need to play through on Steam. I said I was going to move my warrior back, and I'm not. I'm being greedy, which I shouldn't be. Alright. I do that so many times in Civ, where I'll just kind of go on autopilot and make a mistake, and gotta stop that. It's not good. Okay. So our builder's going to be up in 2 turns. Not a lot going on. Pretty chill start, which I like. And so when we're
more credit than the wife of a coal miner.
Who does deserve more credit, Sean Bean? When we're thinking about expanding, you know, like I said, whoops, knocked my phone down. When we're talking about expanding, I think we're gonna want to settle next to a river. So probably up here, where we're by stone and copper and stuff, would be really, really good. Or maybe around here, I might move 1 extra tile to see kind of what's around this luxury resource, because silk is really good. That 1 food, 2 production, 1 culture is a good tile. So, and also wheat. Wheat is so good. I know it's a meme, but it's actually really good. 4 food is great stuff. Okay, so what do we want next? We don't really have any. Well, we do have horses. And we're going to want those horses. I think we do animal husbandry. Like, we're just going to need it anyway, and there's no way to boost it, so let's just get out of the way. It's only 4 turns. We have horses right next to us. Seems good to me. Alright, so we can promote our scout. In Civ 5, there was a promotion that you could do for your units where you could heal them. They don't have that in Civ 6, because every time you promote a unit, they get healed, which is really, really nice. The thing to know about promotions, and what a lot of people are going to mess up if they're new to Civ, is promoting a unit takes all of its movement. So whatever movement you have left, it takes that. So it's better to move them and then promote. We're going to move south anyway, probably. So I think I'm just going to promote them now, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do it this turn. Faster movement in woods and rainforest, or faster movements on hills? There's some rainforest around us, but I think I'm going to do hills. Sub hype. I've not been doing a great job of paying attention to subs and stuff because I'm looking to chat. But thank you so much, EndoGent, for subscribing with Twitch Prime. I really appreciate it. You're hyped by Civ. I'm hyped by Civ. We're having a beer. We're having a good time. Hope you're enjoying it. Here are some Sophies. And Brad hype. Because it's Civ 6 launch night. That's so cool. That's so cool. Such a dork. Alright. Guys, you gotta believe me. Civ 6 is really good. Sid Meier made it. Alright. Let's keep going to the southwest here. More goody huts. We haven't actually found all that many. The problem is Greece is being a real jerk and they're exploring where we're exploring, and so they might take our goody huts, which we don't want. We found some foxes. All right. Yeah, so I think I'm going to move the warrior one more tile again. I'm moving them way too far out just to see what's around this silk. There's a mountain. A lot of districts, which is maybe the biggest change in Civ 6, get bonuses from mountains, so that's something to consider. It's nice that a mountain is like somewhat close by to our capital. Not that close, not ideally close, but you know, there's not nothing either, so that's good. Let's build a casino. I would love to build a casino. You can build an entertainment district, and maybe we'll do that in honor of Dawn. Oh, so they sent us a delegation. It really doesn't matter in multiplayer all that much, but in single player, sending delegations is just a sign of good faith. You spend a little bit of gold to send them a gift, and it makes them a little bit happier. So Sparta sent us olive oil and black broth, which I don't want at all, but I'm going to be nice about it. I'm going to say thank you. It's most welcome. And we're going to send... I should have done this immediately, but I forgot. We're going to send them a delegation as well. We're going to say... We send them apple pies, which is a very good thing to send. I'm excited about it. It's part of the reason we picked America. I'm going to send them a delegation as well. It's 15 gold. We don't really need the gold all that badly right now, so not a big deal. So we have our builder finished, which is exciting. Our culture is not good. It's lagging behind everything else. And so, again, there are no barbarians around us. We're not in any immediate threat, so I don't think we need to build up our military right this second. I wish there were a few barbarians around us so we could boost things like archery, but, you know, you have to play the cards you're dealt. So I think we're okay on housing, and we're growing at a pretty good rate, so I'm not going to do a granary right now. I'm going to do a monument and get us some more culture. Yay! Does anyone know why there wasn't a frame trap last week? Last week there was a frame trap. This week there was not. We're recording a new frame trap on Sunday, which I'm very excited about. People were joking that it's going to be like a 5-hour frame trap, but it might actually be that because there are so many things to talk about. Red Dead 2, you know, the NX finally being announced, all this crazy stuff, so many things I can't handle. Also, I've been playing a ton of games that I want to talk about too. Alright, so we're gonna have our scout explore down here. So that mountain range continues to the south, which is good. What do we want our builder to do first? We could grow faster. If we grow faster, we can boost another technology. I think I want more production, though. This might be a mistake. I see a lot of people tend to build farms first, but I just really want production. So I think I'm gonna improve. Oh, we don't have mining yet, do we? We do have mining. We do have mining. We can totally improve this. There we go. And because we built a quarry, our knowledge of masonry got boosted. This is good. This is a really good start. I feel happy about this. That's a goody hut. Okay. Yeah, we've had really good luck. No barbarians, tons of goody huts. Good starting location. Good avenues for expansion. Guys, Sid Meier, he did such a good job. Did I miss a sub? Oh no. JP Yeha. Yeehaw! Hope you liked that. Just subscribed. Thank you so much. That's a normal sub. We see those less common, which makes it even more impressive. Here are some majestic Sophies. I wish there was a Sophie civilization in this game, by the way. And I'm also going to give you something that's not from the EZA catalog. I'm going to give you a PogChamp. Probably my favorite vanilla Twitch emote. So, thank you so much, you lovely individual. So we built a quarry. Now we're gonna build a farm. We're gonna improve the shit out of this wheat. Look at this. This is how powerful wheat is. Wait. 24 food! So much food. We're gonna be growing a ton. As Donald Trump would say, I've got the best wheat. No one respects wheat more than me. Alright, going down here to the southwest, seeing what's up. There's so I feel like the game is trolling us. I've never had this much wheat. Like, it's not even a crazy amount, but I've never had this much wheat in this game yet, so of course it happens on stream. Like, there's wheat here, there's wheat there, there's wheat over here. It's all over the place. Alright, let's... You know, fuck it. I said I was going to send these guys back, but I'm now doubting that decision. Let's explore some more. We are not under any threat. No barbarians have spawned. Let's keep exploring. Let's be brave. Is that fog of war on spaces already discovered? Yeah, so that's a really good question and something I didn't explain. And so I actually really love the way the fog of war looks. On this area, it means I haven't been there at all. On this area, you can see what was last discovered, but it means you moved your units away. So I've been through here, and this is what I saw when I passed through, but because my units are a few tiles away, I don't have direct visibility on it. I hope that made sense. Not the best explanation, but I think it gives you an idea. Actually, the second I decide to be brave, a barbarian scout is coming from the northeast to check out Washington, which is really, really bad. And so for those of you who don't know, this is a new addition to Civ 6, is barbarian scouts will come and they'll check out your city, and then they'll go back to wherever they came from, and they'll alert the barbarians, and they'll come en masse and attack you, and it's really annoying and really awful. So you want to kill those barbarian scouts when you see them. We have a decent amount of gold, and I don't really need to buy any tiles or anything right now, so I think I might try to buy a slinger and try to take care of this thing. If we do kill it with the slinger, we'll boost archery, which will allow us to get archers faster, and they're very powerful, so all that stuff is good. So 90 gold, we're going to buy a slinger. I can't decide if I should bring my warrior back or not. I probably should. It's unlikely that I'll be able to kill this guy before he goes off, because I have to move through a river. There are 2 barbarian scouts on me. Alright, this is turning bad really, really quickly. So we're going to bring him back. Bring him back home. I actually might have this guy go and attack just to delay him a little bit. Alright, so the slinger hits him. How much damage does he do? 49. Okay, so if we can attack him again, we'll kill him, which is good. Slingers are garbage, but that's okay. They become archers, and archers are very good. So, I actually have an important decision to make here. Unlike Civ 5, your builders, or workers as they were known in Civ 5, don't last forever. They have a certain amount of charges, which means you can only improve so many tiles. So after I improve this wheat tile, I could go and I could build another farm, or I could wait until I unlock irrigation and use that last charge of the builder to improve that, which might be smart, because I don't know if I want to take the production time or spend the gold to get another builder. So I'm going to improve this and then just have him hang in the capital. So we also boost the irrigation, which is good. Let's get this goodie hut. Let's see what we get. Can scouts capture workers? That is a good question. I don't know. I think if they're outside your city borders, the answer is yes, but I'm not 100% on that. And I should know it. That's a pretty easy question. I don't know it. But yeah. Good question. Again, we're going to do heal here. So next turn, hopefully we can kill this guy. And then move our slinger down and take care of the other scout. Hey Ben, hey everyone, Civ Hype. Yes, Giga Steve, Civ Hype indeed.
I am fond of pigs. Dogs look up to us. cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
Guys, we just got to hear on stream Sean Bean say he's fond of pigs. That's alright. That's not too bad. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Beyond Earth did not hold my attention as long as I thought it would. There are things I like about Beyond Earth, but it was no Civ 5, and I was worried that Civ 6 would be equally disappointing. And maybe it will, maybe I haven't played long enough to see the cracks, but right now I like it so much, and I think I've already spent like 30 hours on it between like all the previews and this build and everything. I'm still garbage at the game, but I really like it. Okay, so we can't attack them. We're probably not going to be able to catch up to them, which is a bit of a bummer. So they're probably going to come with the Barbarian hordes, which means after this monument is built up, we should probably strengthen our military. Since it's good to do anyway, and it'll make dealing with them easier. So there's a stalemate here. They're actually a little bit ahead on health. They didn't come up to the city, so they have nothing. They can't report anything. So I think I'm actually just gonna move my scout away and heal. I'll move it up to the city borders, so if they do want to come up, I can attack them. But I'm gonna heal for right now. I should probably, I don't know, let's keep moving this direction. This is fine. Again, this is one of the decisions where it's like, should I go south? Should I go north? And I'm not really sure. I guess you could make an argument that maybe if there were goody huts or things to find, like maybe this city-state took them, so maybe it would be better to go down here. Perhaps that's not true, but it makes some amount of sense to me. Yeah, so there's deserts down here, and this is ocean, so it means that we're by the coast, which it likely means that we're by the coast. So there's actually no reason to explore down here. Not no reason, but we're probably gonna do better if we explore over here. So let's do that. All right, so we want irrigation. That's what we want because we want to get that luxury resource. Would you be up for a Dragon Quest Builder stream with Brandon where you play free mode? That sounds like the best stream ever. I want that so badly. Yeah, I'd be totally down. It's too bad Brandon and I aren't closer together, but yeah, that'd be awesome. I love how much he's into Dragon Quest Builders. I really do. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna have them chill. We can move them down to the Cocoa, I guess. When are you gonna play BF1, Battlefield 1 again? I might play it after the Civ stream. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna play a little bit the next 3 days, so I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Battlefield 1 on PC on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you guys want to play with me, I believe I'm GrayFox34, GRAYFOX34 on Origin. Feel free to add me. It's so much more fun squatting up with people that you know rather than just playing pubs. So yeah, feel free to add me. I'm super excited to play. What I have played of Battlefield 1 has been awesome. Very, very good stuff. Yeah, let's bring you back. Okay. Sorry, I'm going very, very slowly through this game, but that's okay. So many numbers? Yeah, there are not a lot of numbers. So because our faith was slowly accumulating each turn, we crossed a threshold. I don't know exactly what the threshold is. I think maybe it's 15 faith. And maybe that depends on the civilization. But anyway, we can found a pantheon now, which you need before you found a religion. And a pantheon gives you a belief, which gives you some bonus. And if this intimidates you, which makes sense, there's a lot going on here. Ones that you can really never go wrong with are fertility rights, where it just boosts the rate that your city grows, which gives you more people, which means you can work more tiles, or religious settlements, which means your borders expand at a slightly higher rate. So it just means that the borders of our cities will naturally grow bigger, which will give us more tiles, which will in turn give us more resources. So if you don't know what to do, one of those two, probably erring on the side of fertility rights is good. But let's look around us. So we've got we got 2 rivers. We got a lot of river going on. We don't really have any mountains right next to us. We don't really have a lot of rainforests. So that's good to keep in mind. Okay. What do we want? So this wouldn't do us any good because we don't really have too much of that, do we? No. Alright. No, we don't. +2 faith from quarries. +1 culture from pastures. +1 food from camps. +1 culture from pastures is not that bad. I'm so torn. Some of these I could do, and they'd be okay, but none of them are calling me enough to pick them over fertility rights, so that's what we're gonna do. Working toward a religion. So in order to get a religion, I actually said that incorrectly. You need a pantheon before you get a religion, I think, but in order to get a religion, you actually need a great prophet. And there's a wonder you can build to get a free great prophet, which we can look into after we do the monument. Sorry, I think I messed up some of the faith explanation, but no worries. So we'll move him here. Moving you back to town. Moving you through this mountain range. Is Cotton up here? Cotton's good. Oh no, I meant to move him. I meant to move him one more tile. That was a mistake.
That's the positive aspect of trade, I suppose. The world gets stirred up together.
Dude, I'm so stirred up right now. Okay, so because of the foreign policy civic that we unlocked, we get 2 new policies. We don't want either of them. Getting gold from trade routes is not that big of a deal right now. Ooh. I should maybe put in discipline now that we're dealing with barbarians. You only want to do survey, I think, when you feel absolutely safe. We don't feel absolutely safe. And production toward naval units we don't really want. I don't know if this is just me or a general sentiment, but naval units can be very strong. There's no doubt about that. But I tend to, like... It never feels like it's worth going out of your way to do them. Or very rarely does it feel like it's worth going out of your way to do. There are just so many more important things that I'd like to focus on. So we get an envoy if we do mysticism, and it's the quickest one, and that envoy will allow us to get the production bonus from the city-state. So we're going to want to do that. These are the kind of things, and it takes a while to do, that you're going to want to piece together in Civ 6. Not that it's all that difficult, but you just want to pay attention, like, all the benefits of going down a certain direction. What are those benefits, and how can they help me? Like, it's just, you constantly want to be thinking about that. Let's open the tech tree. We actually really want astrology, because if we do astrology, we can do Stonehenge and a holy site, which helps our faith progression. Stonehenge is a really good first natural wonder to build, and it's something that the AI is really aggressive about getting. If the AI builds a wonder before you do, you don't get to build that wonder. So it's kind of like a 1 per game thing. And that's why they're called wonders. You know, if everybody had them, they wouldn't be all that wonderful. So yeah, we might go astrology next. It's kind of a bummer that we haven't found a natural wonder, but maybe this guy will take care of that for us. Okay. So the barbarians are coming. There's no doubt about that. I think I'm going to build another slinger, just to be safe. And that, with between the warrior and the 2 slingers, we should be totally fine. No big a deal. Teddy Roosevelt would have been all about Stonehenge. Yeah, he's all over that. Isn't he? I love that. I love that weird anachronism stuff that you get into with Civ. Okay, please just give me a natural wonder. Yeah, so we're coming up against more water, or another coast here. So we're probably going to go north next turn. Skip turn for you. I'm not going to chase after that Barbarian Scout. They're going to come, and we're just going to have to deal with it. I'm going to move you right here and fortify. Fortify just boosts your defense, essentially. That's a simple way of explaining it. The Barbarians are coming, yeah. Watch, I get destroyed by Barbarians. We should also think about... We're kind of at that point in the game where we want to start thinking about expansion. And where we're going to put our next city. I'm really bad at expanding. I don't always pick the best places. So, yeah. Alright, so let's move you within city borders. You kind of want your forces, I think, because they're coming from the north and south, you want your forces to be in the northern and southern parts of your city. And so I think we're going to bring this guy up with our slinger here, and then the scout, or the slinger, once it's done, we're going to move him down here. Alright, let's have him keep exploring. Now that he's all healed up. Looks like Greece is dealing with some barbarians, which is good. Anytime the AI is like dealing with barbarians, they're not being as efficient as they could be, which is useful for us. Yeah, let's go north. Alright, so, important lesson. I could have moved here. If I've moved here, I put myself in danger of a barbarian attack. So that's good. Now we can avoid that. And, bonus, we can be sneaky like Nicator and go get this goody hut by the coast, which is good.
Thousands have lived without love.
Put your other city down by your scout.
Without water.
Yeah, you're probably, you know, now that you say it, it seems so obvious because you were totally right. Who said that? Naramar, you're totally right because, like, it's so obvious. There's so many things around us here. Like, all this wheat, all this stone. These are really, really good tiles. So you're completely right about that. It's just where exactly do we want to put it? Like, this doesn't seem like a terrible spot. We're going to have to clear that barbarian camp. Wait, why the fuck is my builder all the way out here? That was not intentional. I made a huge mistake. Please go back there. So this barbarian camp is really weak. Greece weakened it for us, which is good, which means we can just swoop in, kill the barbarians for experience, beef up our forces, clear the barbarian outpost, and get gold, which is good. So we're going to try to do that. I'm going to try to move our warriors down there. Alright, let's just navigate our way around these barbarians. We'll be fine. And keep moving north. Let's go. Alright. I think I'm going to pick astrology and hope I find a natural wonder. That might be a mistake, but I don't think it is. Hey guys. We found Japan. Okay, so our grand goal for this game of Civilization is we're going to immediately form strong diplomatic ties with Japan, become a nuclear superpower, and together rule the world. I think it's a good idea. I think, of course, they'll accept us. So we're gonna play very nice with them. We would love to sample your hospitality. They send you jellyfish amono. I don't know what that is. Somebody in chat can tell me. But yeah, I don't know what that is. Excuse me. What? I've never played a game with Gorgo, so I'm not exactly sure why she's upset. Maybe she wants us to act like conquerors, and she doesn't like it that we're playing nice with Japan. But she's just going to have to deal with it. Let's look at Gorgo and see what her deal is. Alright, so what's her agenda? Never gives up items in a peace deal and likes civilizations who match that approach. Dislikes civilizations who have capitulated or have never gone to war. I mean, we're only a few turns in, lady. We'll go to war eventually. Yeah, she doesn't like that we didn't immediately go to war with Japan, which is a little silly, but it's alright. At least it's what it seems like. Maybe that's incorrect, but... We're going to send Japan a delegation. No reason not to. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock. I think we're going to go for another hour. That seems like a good amount of time for a first Civ stream. And we'll kind of be on our way. What do I want to build here? Do I want to build a settler? I do want to build a settler. Let's settle. So the thing, and again, I think a lot of new players are going to miss this, so I'm happy we get to explain it, is when you build a settler, if you don't read the tooltip, you won't know that it reduces your population by 1 when you do so. And so you want to expand, but the way that they kind of balance that out is you reduce your population by 1, which is a big deal, and we need to make sure our workers are doing the right things. They are. Yeah, they are. I like this. This is fine. I was going to say maybe move one over to the 2 production 1 food, but it's fine. I think we want to prioritize growth, especially if we're going to be building a settler. So, are we at a point where we want to, or we're okay with that? We're growing at a really good rate. And we can just build a granary to get some extra housing and food after we build the settler. So maybe it'll be fine. 6 turns is a little bit too long for me, so maybe I do actually want to move them around a little bit. I don't know. We'll keep it as is. Build a studio, Kappa? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good joke. The second city you build should be closer to the capital than others. Makes it easier to defend both in the beginning. I'd say the third city should be by the sea. Yeah, I buy into that line of logic. There are some frustrations I have with coastal cities that we don't need to get into, but it definitely can be very beneficial, for sure. Yeah, let's build a settler. Again, timing with things in Civ, like, I know what you need, but I don't always know exactly when the right moment is for some of these things. And so we're just kind of experimenting. We're learning too, but yeah. So the Barbarians haven't come yet, and we do have 2 slingers, so once again, I might have my warrior explore just a little bit. Move you down south. I get so greedy with the exploration. So they sent a delegation as well. Yosugi Zukuri, which I don't know what that is either, but we're into it. Thank you so much, Japan. You're the best. I always, whenever I see this guy, I just think Link because of the Triforce symbols on his shoulders, but I'm sure it's not that. Yeah, so Japan is expanding. Actually, what does Japan like? Like civilizations that have a strong military and faith and culture. Okay. Well, our culture is pretty garbage at the moment. But we'll do our best, Japan. Okay, so we could have done this actually 2 turns ago, improved this tile, and gotten more gold and housing. Not that big of a deal, but a mistake nonetheless. Ramen pickles? Really? Is that true? Yeah, this area's probably been scoured by Greece. It's a bit of a bummer. That's why we're not finding a whole lot. Up here may be more lucrative. I thought Ben-san would be familiar with Hojo Clan's crest. No, I'm not. I'm not. I took a Japanese history course in college, but like many things in college, I don't remember a lot of it. I would love to go back to school and just learn. I love learning things.
Practice militant mysticism. I'm absolutely sure of some things that I don't quite know.
I love school and, like I said, such a dork. I can't wait to do my homework and play Sid Meier's Civilization. Alright, so no reason not to do craftsmanship. 3 turns. No big deal. We got an envoy. Very good. Give me that production. Plus true production in the capital this early is really good. So of course we're sending it there. That's not a difficult decision. Ben, do you know if we'll ever get more Don the Beat? I love it. Don is such a joy. Don is a joy. I love everything that man does. That's not a joke. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just being nice. I love his videos so much. And I watch all of them. But no, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Don. You know, Don has an air of mystery about him. He's also very busy. You know, he's a full-time job with Funhouse to pay the bills. So, you know, he does what he can when he can, and he does what he... Yeah, I don't know. So I'm good with that. We found a natural wonder.
Fjordland, that same childlike feeling, long lost, a pure, unadulterated awe, came rushing back. I knew the road to Milford Sound was good. But this good?
Dude, very excited. So this natural wonder gives us a lot of culture. There are a lot of good tiles around it too. Like, look at that through production right there. This is great. And if we actually do want to ally with Japan, this natural wonder will help us a ton. Like somebody said, we want our second city to be closer to our first city. But our third city, we're actually probably going to go along here and maybe settle by this coast. So that's good. We want to do it before Greece does it, which shouldn't be too hard. So we completed, or we boosted astrology, which means we'll get in 1 turn, which is fantastic. School is for chumps. Then I am a chump. I'm okay with that. Samuel Adams makes a good product. I like it. All right. Sorry, just checking something real quick. We have, like, a lot of viewers, more viewers than we had yesterday for the 3 streams that we did. So I like that. You guys are excited about Civ. That's awesome. Barbarian. So barbarians are just way more annoying in Civ 6 than they were in Civ 5. I will stand by that because they get horsemen and like crossbows even and all that stuff like pretty quickly, and it makes them even more annoying than they already are. And so I think this guy's just gonna hunt down our scout. We're gonna try to not have him do that, but yeah. See. If we move... this is so frustrating. So if we move this way, we have to deal with this guy. If we move this way, we have to deal with this guy. This is a way worse threat. He might... Barbarian scouts tend not to be super aggressive, so maybe we'll take a chance and go this way to get farther away from him. I don't know if that's the right decision. We'll see. Let's explore by the coast here real quick. As much as I'm enjoying this, Like, as fun as it is to talk through these things, I really want to play with you guys. I don't usually mess around with multiplayer in Civ, but I think it could be really fun with you. Oh my god.
I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Sagittarius, and we're skeptical.
Losing a scout, like, you might just think, oh, it's a scout, whatever, it's not a big deal. It's actually a huge deal. It puts us way behind. I don't want to lose this guy. I think we're going to do writing in the masonry just because they're boosted, and it'll give us a chance to boost other things like archery and bronze working, that sort of stuff. Masonry might be nice first because you can't build walls without masonry, and if you build walls in your city can actually attack invaders, which is kind of weird, but that's how it works. So maybe we should do this first. I don't know. 3 turns for writing isn't that bad. These decisions, man. All right, we'll do 3 turn. We'll do writing. So if you look, the thing is this a lake? This looks like a lake. Yeah. If we look at our settler lens here, this is a really good place to settle. Holy shit. Yeah, we're doing our 3rd city there for sure. We could be stupid greedy and settle over there immediately. Probably don't want to do that. Let's have you attack first. Be greedy, you're saying? Greed all the way? Oh, God. Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because... oh, you got bananas, you got wheat, you got stone, you got rice, you got these... juicy culture tiles. I might do it. And if I'm gonna do it, I need to bring this guy back so I can escort the settler, because if a barbarian comes and takes my settler, we're gonna rage quit the stream. Going Assassin's Creed for real. Yeah, this is greedy. Don't do this. Do as I say, not as I do. Please don't die. This thing is gonna die. It's gonna die. I don't know how I can save it. Like, I could move... I actually do get bonus defense on the hill. So maybe that will save me. And once I cross the river, I will get bonus defense from the river as well. So maybe we're okay. Because if you look... I don't know if this works, actually. Yeah, you get bonus defense. It doesn't say how much, but... Can you buy a settler for gold? You can. You can buy settlers with gold. And that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all, actually. I don't know if I want to build 2 cities immediately. I think I kind of want to space them out. I might buy a granary, though. Thank you for bringing up the gold purchases. It's an easy thing to forget, especially early on. But gold purchases, like, don't hoard your gold. Spend your gold. Why not? Why not just do things faster and put yourself at a greater advantage? We could also buy a trader. I think that might be even more valuable than a granary. Like, we might as well just eat up the production with the granary because it doesn't take that long. So maybe we'll buy a trader. I actually kind of like this, and we complete the quest if we decide to trade with this city-state. I like this. I like this idea. Okay, gotta go give a class. We're talking so much about school. Hey, good luck, Seraphim Bahamut. Thank you for stopping in, man. I hope you had a good time. It's always good having you around. See you later. Yeah, so we're going to want our warrior to come up to escort our settler. Tempo, right. Tempo advantage. Man, I wish, not to like rant about this because I know a lot of you don't care, but the Hearthstone meta is so fucking garbage right now. Like, it's actually no fun to play. We gotta be careful. There's another Barbarian encampment right here. So where we move is very important. Another good thing to know that I don't think will be obvious to a lot of beginners is when you see civilizations that have these dashes for borders, that means you can go through them. They're not closed borders yet. Once you have the early empire, Civic, you close your borders, you enforce your borders, and you can't, other units can't pass through them anymore. But in the early game, I can pass through Japan's borders as is, and they won't get mad at me, and it's all good. So I might actually just move down and through here. Well, Gwent beta's in 4 days. I actually didn't know that. I really want to get into that. I'm sure Blood wants to get into it even more than I do, but maybe he'll let me, like, play on it for a while. Daddy Bloodworth, please let me play this card game. I'm hopelessly addicted. Yeah, we're just gonna leave our slinger here. These fucking barbarians, man, they're so annoying. This guy's low on health, which gives him a disadvantage. So we're just gonna kill him and get the experience. No reason not to. Thanks, Grease, for weakening him for us. Really appreciate it. How's that for disliking war? I played a bit in the server test and it was great. Yeah, 28. That's good to know. Gwent is so good in Richard 3. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys be the cool kids. But you know I love doing full playthroughs. I'm doing a full playthrough of Yakuza 1 right now, which has been wonderful. I've enjoyed every second of it. Truly I have, except when I get scammed by fucking awful hostesses. But other than that, it's been really good. I might, just as an excuse to play through it, and I think it's so good, I might do a full playthrough of Witcher 3, including the expansions. So that's going to be like a 10-year-long journey. But the idea kind of got lodged in my head, and I haven't been able to let go of it. I don't know if you guys would be interested in Witcher 3 playthrough, since so many of you have probably played it. But let me know. It's an idea that I really like, personally. Ben, why? Just because I never finished The Witcher 3, and this would be a good excuse to play through it and the DLC. But like I said, if you guys aren't into the idea, that doesn't offend me. I just won't do it. No big worries for me. I don't see any reason to switch right now. This might be good if we were under more of a threat, but we're not. And we're not going to invade any place right now. So why do it? Hero of Time, which is a great name, 643 says, do what you want to do, then we can go from there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should just do what I want. And I do. I mean, I wouldn't be playing Monster Hunter and Yakuza if I wasn't doing what I want to do. But I do care about your guys' opinions, you know, to a degree. And so I always want to consider that stuff. What do we want? Build any district. We can build a holy site now, by the way. Which only takes 7 turns. Again, I'm thinking about those boosts because those boosts are so good. They just let you move very, very quickly through the game. What's the closest barbarian outpost to me? Probably somewhere up here, which I wasn't able to explore very well. So maybe I can have my scout do that. I might try to clear a barbarian outpost. Oh, there's one right here. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to start researching and try to clear this barbarian outpost. Seems good, man. And we want to build Stonehenge. We want to build Stonehenge. We want the free great prophet. We want the religion. Hopefully another Civ doesn't take it from us. But we want Stonehenge. So building where you choose to build wonders is very important because in Civ 6, cities are unstacked, which means that you're not just like everything isn't just placed in the city center and you just kind of mindlessly plug away at it. A lot of big things such as districts and wonders require their own space, and where you put them is super important because different things have different bonuses and they all kind of play off each other. So if you look at if you look at this wonder, it's not that big of a deal, but like a campus, depending on where you put it, you'll get more science generated depending on its location. And so it's something that you want to be very mindful of, and it's something you eventually just want to memorize, and that takes a while, but it's a good thing to be aware of. I like it. I really love having to think more carefully about your city planning. We're going to build it here. No, we're going to build it here. I want that production. Let's check and see what our workers are doing. 12 turns is a lot, so I think I actually want to emphasize production as much as possible. Okay. I'm good with that, I think. So we're going to move over and try to... We've got 3 military units, which is more than enough to take on the barbarians. They're farther away than I would like, but we're going to start heading over there. How do you make peace with another civilization? That's a good question, Maldor Lever. I butchered that very badly. Forgive me. Why... What is happening? I must be, like, moving... I must be thinking I'm moving units in a location and actually sending them somewhere else. I don't know why you're here. I must have misclicked or something. I want you to go here. I want you to move close to the barbarians. That's... Okay. So we complete a quest if we send it to this city-state, and they give us the most valuable thing anyway. We don't need gold, like I said, and so we'd rather have the faith. So we are going to send it to that city-state. We're going to complete the quest. We're going to get another envoy, which is good for us. And because we sent a trade route, we boosted the currency tech, which is good. So we're going to bring the settler here, and then we're going to bring the warrior up and have them escort the settler down to our greedy spot. Alright, let's keep exploring with you. Maybe... Maybe we settle on the coast. Do we do that? No. We get more housing from settling here. So do you not know how to make peace then? My 2 idiot friends declared war and now we're waiting forever for turns. I'm sorry, I started answering that question and then I stopped. Yeah, to make peace, all you do is once you're in war with somebody, you just click on the civilization. If you're playing your friends, you click on whichever civ your friend is, and you make a deal. And so that's what you need to click on. So again, make deal. It's the bottom option, usually there might be something below it, such as discuss, but you click on make deal, and then it's a proposal that you bring up. And so you put in make peace, and you have to negotiate. You know, maybe they just want to make peace and they'll accept it, and so you'll put up make peace, and they'll put up make peace, and you make the deal. Maybe they're in an advantageous position, and they'll try to get more things out of you. But yeah, that's essentially how you make peace, is you make a deal. It's really not that hard. Once you get to the make deal section, you'll figure it out easily enough. Go to war, he's got the Triforce of Power. We're trying to ally to Japan. I think we're going to take out Greece. We're going to try to take out Greece. Once we get some better units and we research some more stuff, we're going to try to take out Greece. I've never played this aggressively before. Oh, they might actually be declaring war on us. What is this? This is really, really, really worrisome, actually.
Writing means sharing.
Oh, God.
It's part of the human condition to want to share things. Thoughts, ideas, opinions.
I hope Gorgo isn't so aggro, but they are. If they declare war, it's on. I'm going to research archery because I'm worried. This game is too calming to stay awake. Good night, wonderful people. Good night, Joe Town. Good having you around, man. Yeah, you know, Civ is not the most adrenaline-fueled game, so I can totally imagine it making you sleepy. No worries. Have a good night, man. We got to do a mythic dungeon again sometime, Joe Town. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, I'm going to make a tactical decision here. It might be a dumb tactical decision, admittedly, but I'm actually going to delay moving the settler one turn because I don't know what the fuck Greece is doing. I don't know if they're just trying to get past me or if they're going to declare war like psychopaths or what they're doing. So I'm just going to chill right here and I'm going to skip my turn. Oh, this area down here is so good. I love the music of 4X games. I do too, man. But like Civ 5 had wonderful music. I think I actually like the music in Civ 5 even more. Like this track, like sort of the more aggressive tracks, and the main theme, like all of it is so good, so on point. There hasn't been a Civ 6 track that I haven't liked so far. Good stuff. So it looks like they're just moving past us. Dude, fuck you, barbarians. So I'm going to kill these barbarians, which is awesome, and I'll boost my archery. This is good. Good stuff. Alright, so I think it's safe to move our settler now. Probably didn't even need to wait, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Again, that's kind of the... Oh, I didn't link up with them. Shit. I gotta be careful. I don't want my settler stolen. That would be awful. Awful, awful, awful. So as you notice, I'm not healing my scout because I don't want to take the time to heal my scout. I would rather explore and try to find goodie huts and other civs and city-states and all that nonsense. So that's why we're not doing that. Okay, barbarian camp. Figuring out where this barbarian camp is good because if we're going to settle near here, that's very valuable information. Doing my Japanese homework while watching this keeps the stress down. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, absolutely, man. Are you in like, is this your first year of Japanese? That's awesome, by the way. Congratulations to you. Anybody that's learning any language, I think that's so impressive and so awesome, and I commend you. All right, so we want to move the slingers down here to take out that barbarian encampment to boost our tech. Yeah? Yeah. We don't want to kill our scouts. They're going to move back, which is disappointing. There's not a lot of movement options down here, or we don't get attacked. And so we're going to have to go all the way around to uncover these tiles, which we don't like. Currently learning customs on phone conversations in my class. That sounds interesting, man. I like that a lot. All right, so now they are... Oh, we get an achievement for that. Okay. So I'm going to bring them down here. I hope the AI doesn't take Stonehenge from me. That would make me sad. How much gold do we have? Is there anything I want to buy? No. Listen to this music. It's so good. So that barbarian encampment that we were going to go take out, I think it's gone. What I don't like is in this view, like where things are kind of covered and you can't see everything, but you've been there before, that sort of thing, like where my mouse cursor is. The barbarian encampments kind of blend in with the rainforest, and it like just very quickly can be hard to distinguish between the two, and so I wish they made it a little bit more obvious. If you go into strategy view, it's much better and more easy to distinguish, so it's not too terrible, but a minor thing that kind of annoys me. So we actually don't need to go kill those barbarians. And it's probably not worth it going all the way down here to kill them. So I'm just gonna chill. Oh, our slinger got a promotion. We're definitely gonna do that. Range strength versus land units is good. Garrison, like plus 10 is awesome, but I think early on you're not gonna be occupying a district or a fort. And it's very defensive. I don't know. Volley just seems like the better choice 99% of the time. Okay, let's keep moving north with this scout. Are you still playing Drenger's Builders, Ben? Yeah, I'm working on reviewing it, in fact, and holy cow do I love it. I love it so much. Rocket Slime is an excellent Dragon Quest spinoff. I think Builders might be my favorite, though. I'm not an exceptionally creative person. Like, if you look at Brandon's town versus my town, he is obviously doing much better than me. But that style, how they make Minecraft kind of more grounded and more RPG-like, is awesome and more approachable to me and more... it plays to my taste, I think, a little bit more than something like a Minecraft does. So... yeah, hope that made sense. Oh my god, Greece is invading us. Let's buy some units. Oh my god, Greece is going to invade us. They're going to lose. Oh wow, I'm really surprised that we're the first to find Zanzibar. So we get more gold in the capital, that's good. I mean, like, again, it's whatever. Gold, gold, gold. But it's better than not being first. I'm really worried about this. Fuck. Okay. GG. Yeah, the AI is really bad at combat. So, again, I'm not too worried. I think... oh my gosh. I should probably rush masonry, though. We're going to be able to upgrade our slingers into archers, which will be very powerful. So if they do attack us, we should be okay. I'm getting a little anxious, but we'll see. Actually gonna move them one tile down so he can attack. Slingers are so shitty. They're not good. Greece got tired of your shit. I wasn't even doing anything. Oh, no. They're totally declaring war. If they declare a surprise war, though...
will become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
They're going to face warmongering penalties, which will help us get ahead of them. And if we are eventually going to take them over, in the long run, I think it'll be good for us. So I kind of hope they invade. We'll see, I guess. Oh, there's a goodie hut. Good. Yeah, so we want masonry so we can build ancient walls so we can bombard them if they do attack. But that's going to take 5 turns, and the fight's going to be mostly over by that point. Let's get this goodie hut. Excellent. So, how did we... Oh, this goodie hut gave us a boost to bronze working. Bronze working is very important, especially if you're going to be aggressive. And so that's awesome. It also reveals iron on the map. And so we want to see if there's any iron around. Let's go to strategy view. Oh, no. We just... I'm sorry. That was dumb. We just boosted bronze working. We didn't actually fully research it. So we don't have iron reveal on the map yet. I'm going to fortify these guys, give them stronger defense in case Greece does attack. It sure looks like they're attacking. I'm going to talk to Greece. Sparta does not need your friendship. That's what I imagined. Alright, I guess we'll just wait for them to attack us. Fucking goddamn it. Please, Greece. Oh, why you gotta be so cruel? So, you know, Japan says you build your empire as the rising sun, powerful and brilliant. That is exactly what we expected. We knew before we even started this game that Japan would love us. So no surprise, but it's nice to see things play out that way. Is this stream going till 4 a.m.? No, this stream is going till 11 p.m. And then we're stopping. But, I could play until 4 a.m. I've done that before with Civ. Is there any point in moving this direction? No. Not really. Where do we want to move this scout? Down here, I guess? I napped a lot today, so I'm going to be in it. I napped too, so I have some energy in me, for sure. But the thing is, like, 2 hours is a good amount of a stream for me, because, like, when I was doing the Star Ocean stream, I was doing, like, 6 hours, 8 hours. I had a lot of fun, but I could tell, you know, by hour 4 or 5 that I just wasn't as being as good of an entertainer as I could be. Not that I'm a great entertainer anyway, but, you know, I just wasn't at my best, and I felt bad. And so I try to keep the streams somewhat compact. Switching games helps with that a lot, too. Dude, Greece, you gotta chill the fuck out. We're gonna need more military. Wait. Did I find them first? I don't think I found them first.
The value of military knowledge. But if men make war in slavish obedience to rules, they will fail. Okay,
so the other good thing about military tradition is we get flanking bonuses now, which if we're gonna get invaded, very helpful. Very, very helpful. And I think we're actually gonna... So barbarians aren't that big of a deal right now. Invasion is a big problem, and so we want more production toward military units in case we have to build a whole bunch of them very, very quickly. And we're gonna keep that +1 production for everything in all cities because we want that as well. So our policy agenda is all set. I shouldn't... Because I'm going to get invaded, I should actually not build my city down here. It's a bad decision. But we're gonna do it. I also want to Enforce my borders. We're gonna do early empire. Do we want early empire? Or do we want state workforce? Unlocks conscription corvée. Wonders. Meh. Unit maintenance. Yeah, we want early empire. More valuable right now, I think. Where were we settling again? Exactly. We're going to settle right here on this tile. Yeah, this seems like a good tile to settle on. I like it a lot. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and have them move there on their own. We don't have to babysit them. Oh, am I the first to find that city state? Yeah, of course not. What do they give you? +2 production when producing units. Okay, that's really good as well. Not as good as this one. This one is insane. Oh, it's the same. I thought this was production for everything. It's not. It is when producing units, which makes it a little less good, but still very powerful. So, I think if we're going to play aggressive and we're going to take over Greece, we want to get good with these city-states because we want that production of the units. Yeah, we want all of this. Yeah, and you receive double experience from battles when you initiate them. So, yeah, both of these are really good and will help us play aggressively. Very happy about that. Nuke Greece. Dude, I want to nuke Greece. So, in the preview build of this game, Civs tended to play very passively. If you had a decent military and you had good things going on, they wouldn't attack you ever for any reason, at least on Prince difficulty. Gorgo is being awful, and we are going to destroy her. I don't know how else to say it. Alright. Time for fucking war. And the barbarians are attacking us. Of course they come right now, which is awful. Oh, we should have upgraded our slingers. Oh man, that was a huge oversight. Now we're going to have to do that in the middle of war, which is super, super, super bad. Very huge, very big mistake. Shit, dude. Okay. And we're going to... Do we have enough money to buy another archer? No, we don't. We need 130 gold to buy an archer, which we'll get next turn. So we'll buy another archer. We're going to let Stonehenge finish. Ah, that was a very big mistake. I don't like that at all. I should have upgraded them earlier. We were expecting an attack. They made it super obvious, and we fucked it up. There's a goodie hut, though. We actually might send the scout back to the city. They're terrible at combat, but they might be able to do, you know, that last hit that we need them to do. So we're going to try that. All right, time for war, I guess. What are they doing? Okay. Okay, so we settled our second city. Oh man, things are getting really good right now. Oh boy, a lot happening. We're gonna build archers and have them flank Greece. Greece is sending so many units at us, it's disgusting. They didn't do any damage to us though. I don't understand why that is. We're gonna go ahead and have this archer pick up this barbarian to get the experience. That's not going to do it. Okay, so her units are more worrisome than the barbarians. We should actually probably move this guy across the river because it'll give us a defensive bonus. And we should actually probably move this guy back as well. That's a mistake. If they have to cross the river to attack you, you get a bonus to defense. And that's what we want. Actually, no. I want... Alright, let's get the goodie hut. 120 gold is good. It'll let us... we needed to buy archer. That's what we were going to do. I'm glad I didn't forget that. So we need to... move this warrior. I think we're actually just going to play it a little defensively. And have him attack us. Because we have the river right there. But yeah, we're going to buy another archer. Archers are so good early on. They have a lot of units, it's true, but they're all warriors. If they had archers or other things, these barbarians are making it more annoying than it needs to be. But just a squad of warriors isn't that big of a deal. Okay, so they're going to attack my scout. We were fortified, which is good. That was a smart decision. And they're wasting time attacking a scout, right? Like, not that big of a deal. They're moving their forces away from what really matters. So that's good for us. So my archer died. Oh no, it didn't die. That's good. Yep, so we're gonna move these warriors up to help attack. Again, playing defensively here is good. We're just gonna keep them there and pick away. This is what's so good is our archers can attack over the river and their warriors can't, and that gives us such a huge advantage. Okay. I'm a warmonger. Okay, let's attack here. How many hit points does this archer have? Actually. 4 out of 100. 4 out of 100 health. Who's ready to be promoted? The scout? Yeah, we're just going to promote the scout, get the health back. Can move after attacking, might be useful here. We'll take it. If they want to keep attacking the scout, that's fine. I don't even care if they kill it. It's not a big deal. We're going to kill this guy. Our goal is to try to have Greece make peace with us. That's what we want. Shit. So, we moved 2. I don't know why. We should have seen that there was a barbarian encampment there. We just killed our scout for nothing. Which is awful. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, they're just going to wail away at this scout, which I think is really dumb. Because he gets a few hits in. What race did I pick, Sir Crims? I think you mean what civ did I pick? I picked America. We are Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah, I killed my scout for nothing. That was dumb. It's fine that the archer died there.
Each of you, can you imagine trying to talk 600 people into helping you drag a 50-ton stone 18 miles across the countryside? and muscle it into an upright position, and then saying, right lads, another 20 like that, then we can party.
I love the Wonder videos. I think they're so pretty and really, really cool. Look, we got Stonehenge in Washington.
Each of it.
体、心、魂を鍛えん者武士道なり。汝の旅はいずくにてそれをなさんや。
So he's actually not happy with us. He wants us to have a place of culture or faith, it seems like, which we'll look into the relationship and see what's going on. Maybe he wants us to just like build a theater district.
Each of us is carving a stone, erecting a column, or cutting a piece of stained glass in the construction of something much bigger than ourselves.
Yeah, look at Stonehenge. It's cool. Yeah, so we wanted to see what's going on with Japan. First impression of you, -3. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're upset that you have more wonders. Well, be better, Japan. Like, get good. That's not my fault. So again, we're playing aggressively. Did I not build a pasture? What a mistake that was. We could have boosted horseback riding, and we just didn't. Yeah, we'll do bronze working. Ancient walls. Look at these idiots just wailing away at the scout. We're just going to fortify again. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I could take out, I could steal and take out their warrior and get their settler. They're probably actually going to settle right there. So I'm not going to have time, but it's a good thought. It's a good thought. Give me all that XP. I think if I leave the archer here, I can't have another one come in, so I actually am going to need to move them. Back one. Alright, so now I'm going to found a religion, because Stonehenge gave us a great profit. What should our name be? Our religion name is, of course, going to be Sophie with all caps. Of course, like, do you even have to ask? And Sophie is a lion, so that, you know, that just works out. So we're going to make the entire world believe in Sophie. Alright, all wonders provide +4 faith. Shrines and temples provide food. I kind of like work ethic. I kind of like this too. Amenity is also really good. We're going to do Zen meditation. Combat units gain +10 strength when within the borders of friendly cities that follow this religion. Defender of the faith, that's what we want. It'll allow us to crush Greece. Dude, that +10 to combat right now, like, goodbye Greece. Get out of here. On top of the +5 bonus I get for being America in this continent, like, Greece, you're so dumb. Sparta. Oh, awesome! So for whatever reason, the barbarians are attacking them.
With its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too.
want state workforce, even though this is boosted. Do we? No. We don't. So, this is, again, another important tactical decision. The barbarians are within my borders, which sucks. However, they're attacking Greece. Why would I kill them if they're attacking Greece? And they're not that much of a threat to my units. So, I'm just going to leave them alone for right now. As long as they keep doing things that are good for me. American deserves a higher combat bonus. If it was plus 10, it would be broken. Okay, so they haven't founded a city yet. I don't know why. I'm going to try to steal their settler and make them cry. This is going to put me in a stalemate. It might actually be worth moving an archer down to help me do this, because I think it's so important. Like, I'm not putting myself in a favorable position strategically, but the benefits are so good that I think it's worth the risk. Yeah, so that we did the same amount of damage to each other, just like the game said we would. And I think I am going to try to move an archer down. And maybe, since this is only one turn away, they can help too. Okay, is there anything else I want to do? I want to buy more units, right? Definitely. Another archer would be great. Fuck, I might even have the scout come down and help me. Glees declared war because you didn't declare war? What a warmongering asshole. Yeah, I know. It was really weird. Again, I haven't played with Gorgo before, but I just met Japan, and I was like, hey, what's up, Japan? And Greece is like, you didn't immediately declare war? And so it seems like that's why they attacked me, which is a really dumb reason. So they're worried about their settler, which is hilarious. Can the scout tip the scales enough? I mean, if it was just one unit, maybe. Oh, I love that they're just taking on Greece. Oh my gosh, that's so good for me. So good for me. Not when there's this many units. The scout's not going to do anything. But, like I said, I'm going to throw everything at it because the rewards are too good. We're going to keep pumping out archers. No reason not to. I wish the production in the city was a little bit better. What is the worker doing? Yeah, we're going to lock him there. 3 productions is insane. Emphasize production over everything else. We're going to make another archer. Again, I wish that was like 3 or 2, but what can you do? Oh, yeah, so again, you asked about the scout tipping the scales, and the reason we moved the scout down here is look how far the scout can move. Look how much health this guy has left. We're going to take that fucking settler, I think, right now. Could be wrong, but I think we're going to do it. Scout's just going to knock him out. That's our settler! Yeah! All right. That's awesome. It might kill our scout and take it back, but I'm good with that. Greece, you dumb idiots. You dumb idiots. Ugh. Do we want to move or promote? I think we want to move. Again, we're just going to leave the barbarians alone and have them mess up Greece even more. So he has to go through the river to attack my scout, which is bad for him. So hopefully my scout doesn't die. A free settler is ridiculous. Okay, so they took it back immediately. That's okay. That is okay. We expected that. We had a moment of glory and then it vanished. Alright, so now the barbarians... Oh no, they're still attacking Greece. This is going to kill our warrior, so we're going to heal him. With a promotion, which is the best way to heal people. So unfortunately, our archer couldn't attack this turn. He'll be able to attack next turn. We're going to have this unit attack first, just in case we kill it. We probably won't. Yeah, we totally won't. But we're going to have promote him. Promoting gives us such a huge advantage. We have to do it sooner or later. I want to move you. Well, I don't need to move you just yet. Maybe I'll kill this barbarian or one of the barbarians to get some experience on this guy. Kill this one since he's the furthest away from Greece. Alright, cool. So this war is going really well for us. Oh my god! This war is really going well for us, and then they move 3 more warriors at us. I don't know if Greece is going to make peace. I think we might just have to wipe out Greece. I think Gorgo is such an aggressive civilization that
I'm also interested in creating a
that's the only way to
lasting
stop them.
legacy, because bronze will last for thousands of years.
Okay, so we have bronze working now, which is good. Which will allow us to make more powerful warriors, swordsmen. But we need to see if we've uncovered any iron on the map. So we have... There's some iron here, which is kind of an awkward spot because it's between our 2 cities. So if we do settle another city, or if we steal a settler, that would probably be a good location, kind of around that iron, because we need it for the swordsman. I don't really see any other iron that is anywhere useful. That's kind of a prime spot then. You can also generate science on that tile, so that's very good. Alright. Well, everybody, I know we're in the middle of the war, but the war could go on for quite a while. And so while I would want to say, let me just finish this war before I sign off, that could be another 2 hours. Probably not that long, but a while. So I think we're just going to call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I haven't streamed a game like this before. If I have, it's been a really long time. So it's something a little different. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I hope I explained things somewhat coherently. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. And thank you all for watching. Be doing another stream. Going to be doing more Monster Hunter, more Yakuza, and something else probably on Wednesday. So looking forward to that. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Let's save. Let's not make that mistake. All right. Bye, everybody. I love you. Boop.